Hello, my beautiful learners. Welcome back to English Unlocked. I'm Teacher Emma, and today we are going to talk about something very important, something that almost every English learner feels. Do you have a little translator inside your brain? When someone speaks to you, do you hear the English words? Translate them into your language. Think of an answer. Translate it back to English, and then finally speak. It feels slow, doesn't it? It feels like you are carrying a very heavy suitcase while you are trying to run. You feel tired. You feel like you are not natural. But what if you could drop that suitcase? What if you could just speak? Today, I am going to teach you how to stop the translator and start thinking in English. We are going to do this together, step by step, in a very gentle way. Stay with me until the end, because one small habit today can change how you think in English forever. Why do we translate? Before we learn how, we must understand why. Think about when you were a baby. How did you learn your first language? Your mother showed you a red object and she said, "Apple." You didn't translate apple into another language. You connected the object directly to the sound. But in school, we learn differently. Our teachers say, apple means a word in your own language. So your brain creates a bridge, English word, to your language, to the object. We call your native language the middleman. And in business, a middleman makes things expensive. In language, a middleman makes things slow. We want to remove the middleman, don't we? Every time you translate, you are using double the energy. This is why you feel mental burnout after 15 minutes of speaking. Your brain is working too hard. We also translate because we are afraid. We are afraid of making mistakes. We think, if I don't translate, I will say something wrong. But remember what we talked about in our Ikigai episode? Even if you didn't watch it, the idea is simple. Learning English is like tending a garden. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are just little weeds. We remove them, and we keep growing. To think in English, you must give yourself permission to be imperfect. Now, we start very small. Level 1 is labeling. I want you to try something. Right now, look around your room. What do you see? Don't think in your language. Just look at an object and say the English name in your head. Table, chair, light, window, computer. Now, let's expand this. Don't just name the objects. Add a color or a feeling. Green plant, hard table, bright window, old computer. If you don't know a word, that's okay. But don't look at a dictionary. Not yet. Just focus on the words you already know. Do this every day. When you wake up, look at your bed and say, bed. When you go to the kitchen, say, coffee, cup, water. You are training your brain to see the world in English. You are building a direct connection. Imagine a string. One end is the cup, the other end is the sound cup. Before, the string was long and messy. Now, we are making it short. Object to word. Object to word. It's like watering a seed, isn't it? You don't see the flower today, but the seed is growing under the ground. Now, let's move a little deeper. Let's use our five senses. Our brain remembers things better when we use our feelings. While you are walking, think about what you feel. The wind is cold. The sun is warm. I hear the cars. I smell the rain. The grass is soft. By using your senses, you are not just thinking words. You are thinking experiences. Native speakers don't think in grammar rules. They think in experiences. When they say cold, they feel the cold. This is the secret to natural fluency, connecting your physical body to your English. Try this next time you are outside. Don't look for complex words. Just be present and label your senses in English. One feeling, one thought, at a time. Now, afterwards, we move to level 3, simple sentences. Now we don't just name the objects, we describe our actions. We call this the internal monologue. You become the narrator of your own life. When you are making breakfast, say it in your head. I am making coffee. The water is hot. I am putting bread in the toaster. I am looking for a spoon. Use very simple grammar. You don't need complex sentences. You just need to connect your actions to English. Why is this important? Because when you speak to a friend, you are usually talking about actions. If you practice saying, I am making coffee 100 times, when a friend asks, what are you doing? The sentence is already waiting in your mouth. It comes out naturally. One of my students once told me, Emma, one day I was cooking and the sentence came before the translation. It just popped into my head. That is the magic, isn't it? Let's practice together for a moment. I will describe my actions, and you imagine them. I am sitting in my chair. I am talking to my beautiful learners. I am smiling. I am breathing slowly. Can you feel it? No translation, just the action and the English. Now let's talk about a secret habit. Thinking in chunks. What is a chunk? A chunk is a group of words that always go together. For example, by the way, or I was wondering, or to be honest. When you translate, you try to build a sentence word by word. To be honest, I think. This is slow. But when you think in chunks, your brain takes a big piece of English and puts it in your thought. Native speakers use chunks all the time. It's like using Lego blocks instead of sand. It is much easier to build a house with big blocks. Next time you listen to this podcast, listen for these groups of words. Don't learn one word. Learn the whole phrase. When you think actually, let the whole chunk follow. Actually, I don't know. The more chunks you have, the less you need to translate. Because the brain doesn't have time to translate a chunk. It just delivers it like a package. Now, let's go even deeper. Level 5 is planning your day. Usually, we plan our day in our native language. We think about the market or a meeting. I want you to change this. Tomorrow morning, when you are in bed, try to plan your day in English. Think, first, I will take a shower. Then, I will go to work. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. I will eat a salad for lunch. In the evening, I will practice with teacher Emma. This is more difficult, isn't it? Because you are using the future tense, but it is very effective. You are moving from objects to actions to thoughts. If you forget a word, don't stop. Don't use Google Translate. Just explain the word in a different way. We call this paraphrasing. If you forget the word dentist, think the doctor for my teeth. This is a very important skill. In a real conversation, you cannot stop to use a dictionary. You must keep going. This exercise teaches your brain to stay in English, even when it is hard. It builds your language muscles, and like any muscle, it gets stronger every day. A very common question I get is, Emma, how do I connect my thoughts? The answer is transition words. Words like so, but, because, however. These words are the glue of your thoughts. When you are thinking in English, use these words to move from one thought to another. I am hungry, so I will make a sandwich. The book is good, but it is very long. I am tired because I worked a lot. When you start thinking with these glue words, your internal monologue becomes a story. It's not just bread, butter, coffee. It is, I want bread, but I don't have butter, so I will have coffee. Now you are thinking in logic. And when your logic is English, the translator dies. Because your logic is no longer in your native language. It is in the flow of English. Another secret is visual thinking. Most people think in words, but your brain loves pictures. When I say the word ocean, what do you see? Do you see the letters? O, C, E, A, N? No, you see blue water. You feel the wind. You hear the waves. To think in English, connect words to pictures and feelings, not to other words. When you learn the word happy, don't remember a translation. Remember a moment when you felt happy. Remember the sun, the laughter, the feeling in your heart. When you connect a word to a feeling, it stays in your brain forever. It becomes part of you. Let's try a small meditation. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. I am going to say a word. Don't translate it. Just see the picture. Forest. See the tall trees. See the green leaves. Hear the birds. Smell the fresh air. Now say it in your head. Forest. This is English. You are living it. You are not studying it. You are experiencing it. Sometimes the little translator is very stubborn. It doesn't want to leave. It says, "This is too hard. Just use your own language." When this happens, don't be angry. Be kind to yourself. Say to your brain, "Thank you for trying to help. But right now we are practicing English." A great way to quiet the translator is to listen to English music or podcasts, just like this one. Don't try to understand every word. Just let the sound be around you, like background noise. This helps your brain get used to the rhythm, the music of the language. In Okinawa, in the Ikigai book, we learned that people don't rush. They do things slowly and with care. Thinking in English is the same. It is a slow process. Do you remember the 80% rule? They stop eating when they are 80% full. In English, don't try to understand 100%. If you understand 80%, that is perfect. The other 20% will come with time. When you stop worrying, your brain relaxes. And a relaxed brain is much better at thinking in English than a stressed brain. Don't force it. Let it flow like water. Slowly, the English world will become your world. One final secret before we finish. Create an immersion bubble. You don't need to live in London or New York to think in English. You can create a bubble in your home. Change your phone language to English. Follow English teachers on social media. Watch movies with English subtitles, not your language. When your world is full of English, your brain has no choice. It must adapt. It must learn to survive in English. This is how you become a native-like speaker. Not by studying grammar books for 10 years, but by living in your bubble every single day. Your bubble is your safe space, where the translator is not allowed to enter. My dear learners, we covered a lot today. We learned about the little translator and how to let it go. We learned Level 1, labeling objects. Level 2, the 5 senses. Level 3, narrating our actions. Level 4, using chunks. Level 5, planning our day. Level 6, transition words. And visual thinking. My challenge for you today is this. For the next 10 minutes after you finish this video, stay in English. Don't check your phone. Don't talk to anyone in your language. Just be with your English thoughts. Even if they are very simple, like, I am tired or the video was good. Remember, you are tending your garden. Every English thought is a flower. Some days the garden is beautiful. Some days it is difficult. But if you keep going, one day you will realize, I am not translating anymore. I am just speaking. That is the magic of English Unlocked. I would love to hear from you. Which level was your favorite? Which one are you going to try first? Tell me in the comments. I read all of your comments and they inspire me so much. If this was helpful, please give a gentle thumbs up. Share this with a friend who is struggling, because when we share, we grow. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your curiosity. Thank you for your heart. I'm Teacher Emma. Until next time, keep practicing, keep growing, and keep thinking in English. Bye for now.